The Stone Age, roughly 3.3 million years ago to approximately 3000 BCE. The Stone Age, encompassing the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic eras, represents the foundational chapter of human history. For millions of years, early hominids and later Homo sapiens lived as nomadic hunter-gatherers, developing basic stone tools that steadily became more refined. This immense period saw the mastery of fire, the development of early language, and the creation of symbolic art forms, such as the evocative cave paintings found in places like Lascaux. Our ancestors adapted to varied and often harsh environments, spreading across continents and laying the groundwork for all subsequent human development. The pivotal shift within the Stone Age was the Neolithic Revolution, beginning around 10,000 BCE. This marked humanity's transition from a nomadic lifestyle to settled agriculture. The domestication of plants and animals led to the creation of permanent villages, a surplus of food, and significant population growth. This new way of life fostered the development of specialized labor, more complex social structures, and ultimately, the conditions necessary for the emergence of the first urban centers and civilizations. The Bronze Age, 3000 BCE to 1200 BCE. The Bronze Age was defined by a revolutionary technological advancement, the ability to smelt and alloy copper and tin to create bronze. This stronger, more versatile metal enabled the production of superior tools, weapons, and decorative objects, driving significant societal change. It was during this period that the world's first true civilizations emerged in fertile river valleys, most notably in Mesopotamia with the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians, and along the Nile with the ancient Egyptians. These societies developed sophisticated systems of governance, monumental architecture like ziggurats and pyramids, and the earliest forms of writing, such as cuneiform and hieroglyphs. Beyond the Near East, other influential Bronze Age civilizations flourished, including the Indus Valley Civilization in South Asia and the Minoan and later Mycenaean cultures in the Aegean. These civilizations were characterized by organized city-states, extensive trade networks that facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas, and highly structured social hierarchies, often led by powerful priest-kings. The Bronze Age ended with a widespread mysterious collapse. The Iron Age, 1200 BCE, 500 BCE. Following the Bronze Age collapse, the Iron Age dawned as societies discovered and mastered the far more abundant and accessible iron. While iron was harder to work than bronze, its widespread availability democratized tool and weapon production, leading to new military strategies and agricultural advancements. This period saw the rise and fall of powerful new empires, such as the formidable Neo-Assyrian Empire, known for its vast military might and effective administration, and later the sprawling Persian Empire, which introduced concepts of religious tolerance and efficient road networks. Across the Mediterranean, the Phoenicians emerged as master seafarers and traders, spreading their innovative phonetic alphabet, which would heavily influence later Greek and Roman scripts. In Greece, the early city-states began to form, laying the groundwork for the classical period. This era was marked by a general increase in population and the development of larger, more interconnected regions, as iron technology facilitated greater agricultural yields and stronger defenses. Classical Antiquity, 800 BCE to 600 AD. Classical antiquity is primarily defined by the monumental contributions of ancient Greek and Roman civilizations, which profoundly shaped Western thought, politics, art, and architecture. The Greeks, with their independent city-states, pioneered democracy in Athens, gave birth to foundational philosophy through thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, developed epic poetry, drama, and made significant strides in mathematics and early science. Their intellectual and artistic achievements laid the bedrock for subsequent Western intellectual traditions. The Romans, initially a republic, expanded to forge a vast empire that stretched across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. They were renowned for their engineering prowess, building an extensive network of roads, aqueducts, and impressive public structures like the Colosseum. Roman law, governance, and military organization were highly sophisticated and widely influential. The Pax Romana brought centuries of relative peace and stability, but internal strife, economic pressures, and external barbarian invasions eventually led to the decline and fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, marking a significant turning point in European history. Middle Ages, 600 AD to 1500 AD. In Europe, the period following the fall of Rome is often referred to as the Middle Ages. Characterized by a more decentralized political landscape, it saw the rise of feudalism, a system of reciprocal obligations between lords and vassals. The Christian Church became the dominant unifying force, shaping European culture, education, and politics, with monastic orders preserving ancient texts and fostering learning, and the construction of magnificent Gothic cathedrals. This era also witnessed the gradual formation of distinct European kingdoms. Outside of Europe, other civilizations flourished and expanded. The Islamic Golden Age, beginning in the 8th century, saw an unprecedented flowering of intellectual activity across a vast caliphate, making groundbreaking advancements in science, mathematics, medicine, and philosophy. In East Asia, powerful dynasties like the Tang and Song in China achieved remarkable technological innovations, including gunpowder and printing, and maintained sophisticated administrative systems and cultural richness. The Renaissance, 14th to 17th centuries. The Renaissance, originating in Italy, represented a rebirth of interest in classical Greek and Roman learning, art, and philosophy, challenging medieval scholasticism. This intellectual and artistic movement championed humanism, individualism, and a spirit of inquiry, leading to masterpieces by artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, and literary giants like Shakespeare. This period fostered a renewed emphasis on empirical observation and a burgeoning scientific spirit, setting the stage for future intellectual revolutions. Hand in hand with the Renaissance was the European Age of Exploration, driven by desires for new trade routes to Asia, access to valuable resources, and the spread of Christianity. Navigators like Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan embarked on ambitious voyages. These explorations led to the discovery of the Americas and the establishment of global maritime trade networks, fundamentally altering world demographics, economies, and power dynamics, ushering in an era of intense global interaction and colonization. The Age of Revolutions, mid-18th to mid-19th centuries. This transformative period was marked by profound political and economic upheavals that reshaped societies worldwide. The Enlightenment, an intellectual movement emphasizing reason, individual rights, and liberty, fueled democratic ideals. This led to significant political revolutions, most notably the American Revolution, 1775 to 1783, which established a new republic based on Enlightenment principles, and the French Revolution, 1789 to 1799, which radically transformed French society and inspired revolutionary movements across Europe. These revolutions challenged traditional monarchical and aristocratic power structures, promoting ideas of popular sovereignty and citizenship. Simultaneously, the Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain, fundamentally changing modes of production. The invention of the steam engine, the mechanization of textile production, and the development of factories led to unprecedented economic growth, rapid urbanization, and a shift from agrarian to industrial societies. While it created immense wealth and new possibilities, it also brought about significant social issues, including harsh working conditions, child labor, and the growth of immense wealth disparities, giving rise to new social and economic theories like socialism. Global conflicts, late 19th century, early 21st century. This extended period, spanning from the late 19th century through the early 21st century, was fundamentally shaped by intensifying global rivalries, unprecedented large-scale conflicts, and the subsequent emergence of a highly interconnected world. The late 19th century saw a heightened phase of European and American imperialism, driven by industrial expansion and the scramble for resources and geopolitical dominance. This era of colonial expansion, fueled by nationalism and complex alliances, inevitably escalated into the two most devastating conflicts in human history, World War I and World War II. These total wars resulted in tens of millions of deaths, obliterated old empires, and fundamentally reshaped the geopolitical landscape, leading to the rise of new superpowers and international institutions designed to prevent future catastrophes. The aftermath of World War II plunged the world into the Cold War, an ideological struggle between the democratic capitalist West and the communist East. This period, characterized by a nuclear arms race, proxy wars, and a divided Europe, defined international relations for over 4 decades. However, the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 ushered in a new era of accelerating globalization, driven by rapid advancements in information technology, particularly the internet. This increasing interconnectedness has brought both immense opportunities for global trade, cultural exchange, and scientific collaboration, but also presented new transnational challenges, including terrorism, financial crises, and the urgent issues of climate change and global pandemics, demonstrating the complex and interdependent nature of contemporary human civilization. The digital age, early 21st century to present. The current historical period is profoundly shaped by the ongoing digital revolution. The widespread adoption of the internet, smartphones, and the rapid advancements in artificial intelligence, big data, and biotechnology are fundamentally transforming every aspect of human life, from communication and entertainment to work, education, and healthcare. This era is characterized by unprecedented access to information, global interconnectedness, and the ability to innovate at an exponential pace, leading to both immense opportunities and complex ethical dilemmas. Alongside technological transformation, humanity in the 21st century faces a range of pressing global challenges. Climate change and environmental degradation pose existential threats, demanding international cooperation and sustainable solutions. Global pandemics, like COVID-19, highlight the interconnectedness of human health and the need for robust public health infrastructures. Geopolitical tensions persist, alongside issues of wealth inequality, social justice, and the implications of automation, on the future of work, all demanding innovative solutions and concerted global effort.